air conditioner rework concept. Okay, so instead of using gasoline for thruster, this one would use batteries to generate thrust. And you could use this air conditioner to push bots away. You could kind of power airplanes with it, though I guess you would need a lot of thrust for that. And you could build an air tunnel to fly as your mechanic. That would be really cool. That's a really cool concept. I sure hope we get something a little bit better than thrusters in Chapter 2, but we'll see. Please choose a payment method. MasterCard, Visa, or Caged Farmer. Oh, I'm so glad we can finally actually free them in Chapter 2, because this has been so creepy for way too long. Level 5 Piston redesign idea? So we'd have a piston that, when it turns on, just basically floats. Since the extended part of a piston doesn't have collision, this would actually look really cool if you could get some light beams going like that. And then if you paint them, you could color them in all sorts of different colors. I really like that idea. The usual situation. Should we play survival? Or, should we play creative instead? So hard to choose. I mean, do I want to spend 12 hours grinding component kits? Or do I want to be able to just build whatever I want? But what about challenge mode? Honestly, I've checked out a really cool challenge mode map recently. In search of truffles. And we just have a mechanic sniffing all over the ground. Maybe that's gonna be the way you're gonna find the ore deposits in Chapter 2. Yo, look at them drifting. Oh, that's really cool. Whoa, I wish I could build cars that drive so well. Radio-themed weapons and tools. So we could use the radio as a kind of EMP grenade to throw at bots to stun them. We could also attach it to a connector tool to create a sort of radar. I really like the idea. Because especially in the warehouse, it gets so hard to tell where the tape bots are. We could also use it to remote control creations. That would be so cool. I would love a vanilla feature like that. Or lastly, we can just use it as a sound blaster to literally just blast away the bots. Or probably playing some kind of dubstep. That would be cool. I created a new bot for a scrap mechanic. I called him Sawbot. This is honestly a really cool bot design. Like, this legit looks like something the scrap mechanic devs would sketch. This bot should be friendly and be able to cut down trees for you. That would actually be cool if we could, have a friendly interaction with some of the bots at least. Drill-themed weapons? We could use the drill as some sort of lance while riding a water animal. We could use it to upgrade our hammer to actually be able to mine rocks. That would be a really neat idea, honestly. Or we just swing it around like some kind of flail, which... Oh, I like the attention to detail, how this is just made up of individual pipe pieces connected by bearings. And if you turn down the physics to 1, this would actually work. And lastly, you could enhance your mechanic itself and get yourself a cool drill arm. I don't know, I kinda like the idea. Why not become a creation yourself instead of always building them? I made a red toad bot in Lego. Oh, that's really cute. Oh, okay, they used the program to first design the bot and then buy the pieces to build it. That's actually really smart. And at least we don't have to worry about this one blowing up in our faces. Buzzsaw themed weapons. You could use the saw as a kind of shield. That's cool, we don't really have any kind of defensive items right now. We could also upgrade our hammer into some kind of battle axe, which would be really cool. Or we could cut off a part of it to create a kind of saber and become a scrap mechanic pirate. Oh, that's really cool. Or we cut off a different part and then attach it like a bayonet to our spatling gun. These are all such neat ideas, and it's kind of sad that they didn't add a kind of spat gun customization they were meaning to do one day. Because we only have like 3 types of spat guns right now, and they do get a bit boring after a while. I love scrap mechanic. There's a haybot running away from this completely crazy mechanic over there. I don't know, we certainly must look like that while we're just running over countless haybots sometimes. The tip worked. Did you know that if you put 2 toilet paper rolls on top of each other, it will become a paper roll? And yeah, it works in real life, trust me. Get disagreed with? Nuh-uh. And we just have a toadbot hat with slowly a hand rising. Oh, that's kind of funny, not gonna lie. Rocket landing. Landing without mod and without player, just the beauty of timers and logic gates. So wait, they are landing their own rocket and it literally gets grabbed by the tower? I guess it works. Suspension themed weapons. We could use the suspension to make a pogo stick. That makes total sense and would probably be so fun to just play around with. We could use it to put a boxing glove on it and just punch Haybots in the face. Or we just use it to basically launch explosives. Oh, and a spring-loaded bear trap? Oh, that would actually be cool if we can make some small traps we could lay around our farm, so whenever we get chased by some haybots, they would just snap. And then you can just reuse them too. Bot Master Girl? And we just have a Craft Bot Girl? Which I think would be cool to give the bots in Scrap Mechanic a little bit more character like that. Extreme gender envy moment. What to do with stockpiled garment boxes? So we use a garment box plus cotton plus a bit of metal. And then we can make parachutes out of them, and depending on which garment box we use, we get a different design out of them. That is a really cool idea. Like, this person is really cooking with ideas. I wish I could actually make good models, because else I might actually want to implement some of these ideas into the game. Scrap Mechanic update news be like, Scrap Mechanic update news, Twitter getting all of it, and Steam just being dried up. I also kinda don't like how they're posting so much on Twitter and so little on Steam. They're honestly a little bit hard to reach sometimes. Mountain Blade Farmbot Night? They're playing Mountain Blade like Bannerlord in Scrap Mechanic. That's so cool. So they have their mechanical horse with a lance and they just ride into the Farmbots and defeat them so easily. And they look so cool while doing that too. My survival car. So we have a relatively normal car and then it just opens up with an amazing sputtling gun. Oh, that is so sick. I'd love to have a car like this. Bot harvesting steamroller? I found some generator parts on a warehouse roof, repurposed them as a bot crushing steamroller. It's rather effective. I mean, I think what they've cooked up looks really cool, and it seems to be quite effective at crushing the bots, as they say. Now, okay, I think I see, is there some vacuum pumps on there as well? Because, yeah, there's a refine bot, so I think it automatically catches the junk of the bots and refines them as well. When you make half of your car, is this person just driving around half a car? I mean, it's funny that it drives, so maybe we just should stop building the bloated second half. Oh, wait, they actually put the bot we saw earlier kind of into the game? So I guess it's a little bit of a different design, but this looks really cool. Honestly, hot take, I'd rather have such cool bot accompany me than a small baby walk. Why are you closed? And we just have a bunch of haybots trying to get into Axolot HQ? I mean, yeah, they're not really that transparent sometimes. Axel, the great leader of the Walk Enterprise? Yeah, that's some really cool fan art. I mean, I really like the vibe of it. It just really looks like some evil corpo boss. Spaghetti connections? You're just having a normal look at your logic creation, then you pull out your connection tool, and all you see is just spaghetti. Like, oh my world, it's really confusing sometimes to work with larger creations like that. And I do wish that at some point they'd make it a bit easier for us to work with this mess. AI art before ChatGPT, and we just have tape bots generating artwork by destroying some cardboard. I mean, honestly, I prefer that over the Gen AI people are using. General Globus? May the 4th be with you? Oh, that's such a really cool design. And I like how they kind of reworked the refine tool into a kind of lightsaber as well. It's really lore accurate. Though I don't know if the glowbug wouldn't eat its own mask. Glowbug in a bucket at sunset? Oh, that's a really cool render, right? I mean, glowbugs are just so cute. Meet the Zora? Now we have the catbot in a fighting pose, and I really like how this wire part looks like Knuckles. A Baker Wolf Gear? Okay, I really don't know much about mechanics, but this looks really cool. Well, I mean, it's kinda ironic since I play Scrap Mechanic, but I tend to focus on the scrap part of things. Yo, what kind of piston engine am I looking at? This is so cool. There's literally no comment or explanation, just pure skill show off. Cool. Beat it? Oh, that's so cool. We have a walking bot. I mean, okay, I think they're struggling a little bit to walk forward. Oh wait, are they walking backwards on purpose? No way. I mean, it does look pretty good. It was supposed to be human-like walking as possible. While adjusting foot angles, this happened. How is it not flying away? Ah, scrap mechanic physics. Wheel-themed weapons? Alright, we could get the wheels onto ourselves to... Oh, then we can lie down on the road to drive like this? I mean, it's certainly an idea. I don't know how much of a weapon that would be. Or we could put the wheels on our hammer and... I don't know, is it like one of those bouncy rubber hammers? Or we could use it to propel like little blocks as a sort of crossbow kind of thing. Don't know, I don't know why the developers are not just getting a bit more into this lore, because this is such a cool idea what you can do with the scrap mechanic system. Just launch whatever blocks you want at bots. And then even depending on which block you use, that could deal a different amount of damage. Purple tape bot? Oh, that's some really cool art of a purple tape bot. Though honestly, I'm already so scared just looking at it, since I already hate the blue and gray tape bots. I don't want to imagine something worse than that. Actually, I need to see a toad bot with that hand and the glasses you have in the technician outfit, I believe. Wouldn't it be cool if they would give the bots a little bit more character by letting them spawn with some random accessories like that? And then they could even drop some of them, that would be really cool. Scrap mechanic, so we just have this machine that's walking and then you transform it to grab onto a rail? Oh my, that's so cool. Damping effects of Scania chassis? This looks so satisfying how it's just wobbling all over the terrain. Shockingly suspended. Faints cause it's too smooth. I mean, this is just, I want something like that. But I don't think I'm smart enough. A dangerous gunner? We just have this creation completely out of control, shooting spud cannons everywhere, but I don't think they're hitting a single toad bot though. Drill. So we just have a cube made out of pistons with drills in every corner, and as it shrinks it automatically grabs onto stones and mines them? This could be actually really useful in survival. I guess the problem is, how do you place this onto a rock? Because, you know, you can't place a creation inside the rock. Maybe you put it on top of it and would kind of fall onto it? Hey, wagon? I mean, you know, why do you always need to use rocks for everything? An endless cycle? Okay, we just have a Farmbot submerged in water, and whenever the Farmbot hits the ground, it just floats right up again, activates, and submerges again. How did you even get a Farmbot into water in the first place? Someone made a remodel of the tape bot, so I decided to do the same. Wow, this looks really cool. I mean, it would be kinda cool if those tape bots would have a little bit of variation to them. Medieval skins concept? So you could have an armored walk? Oh, that's so cool. And then we'd fight with a sword. Is there actually not a sword mod for scrap mechanic? I don't remember there being one. Scrap mechanic before modern displays, be like? And we have someone using a CRT to play scrap mechanic? I mean, it honestly looks really cool. Remember on playing on these before Chapter 2 was announced? I mean, you know, if it works, it works. Warehouse fisheye render? That's actually a really cool render. And this does look a bit brighter than the warehouses in-game, which honestly makes them look a bit less intimidating. I like that. Red tape bot alternative strategy? So instead of launching your explosives at you, they just grab them and run towards you? Oh, that would be so scary if you just take cover and they come running for you. Cool, the new update? This must have been the physics update they released once. And it's kinda crazy how many 3D objects you can have just collide with each other. Though I wonder if the frame rate would still be this stable once you really start messing with them by making the move. Little glowbug. This is really cute, and it's just playing around with the bearing. I like it. The 1000 RPM stare? Oh no, those pure farmers. I mean, you do roll them around with the hammer all the time. They must get so dizzy. Help. And they kinda just lost their head while being in bed? I don't know, this is modded, right? I mean, I'm not entirely sure since the beds sometimes are actually really glitchy, but Chapter 2 expectation? Why do we have this cursed long-legged dog? RTX glowbug? I don't know why this is so funny, it just looks so dumb. And I mean, they just painted over it, but it really just looks like a glowbug. Oh, this is so cursed. What are these? Please read description. Yeah, those are actually the parts, as they say, from DevBlock 13, where the developers were trying to work on this spud gun customization, which I think is such a cool thing, and it's so sad they kind of scrapped it. They also teased the scrap spud gun once, and they literally had it working with a GIF and everything, and we never saw it in game. It's kinda sad. Like, it would be really cool if they could just release their unused files to the modding community, but I don't really think they're gonna make that happen. Did you package that just for me? Aw, it's so cute. I mean, I guess that's what the Typebot were originally trying to do, just pack up packages. My new planter/harvester? I actually want to build something like that for chapter 2. So maybe I should take some notes for my own design. Angry Birds game? So they've just remade Angry Birds in Scrap Mechanic? Though honestly, this is a really old version of Scrap Mechanic. But yeah, this is something you could probably do quite nicely in challenge mode now. Be able to enjoy games the way they are? Me accepting friends' invitation to his creative world? The load of mods installment queue, and you just have to wait for ages as it downloads every single mod? I mean, honestly, I think modding is great, but I think at some point you might have a bit too many mods. I had 500 mods once? Wait, how do you even end up with that many mods? Like, depending on your internet speed, it might take like an hour or so until you join someone's world. Planetoid base concept? Oh, this is some really cool drawn art, and it's such a neat idea to build a base like a planet. Oh, and I like how they used all the bearings to move your house and stuff. I kinda would like to build something like this in survival if I had the time and component kits to spare. Another block in the wall, part 2? Hey bud, leave that walk alone! All in all, you're just another block in my wall. I mean, that's fair to be honest. I just don't know if scrap metal walls would be the most sturdy, because by the time you upgrade this to metal 3, you get like 3 blocks maybe? Warehouse keychain? Yo, they've 3D printed the warehouse key and painted it? Oh, that's actually really neat. Toadbot idea? Just a yellow toadbot with a giant light bulb? This is actually not a bad idea at all. Because especially when you have to fight some bots at night, it would illuminate the area at least a little bit. Or coupling TGB? Oh, that's really neat. I always appreciate the Scrap Mechanic train content. Look, my new invention! And it's just, you know, Scrap Mechanic physics. I mean, this ironically happens so easily when you try to build a walker or something and it just gets too complicated. The game just like gives up on the physics. Happy 10th anniversary, Scrap Mechanic! Oh, that's actually really neat. I mean, it's kinda crazy to think that the game's 10 years old by now. Honestly, it doesn't feel like it's been quite that long. My farm and vehicles, no dev, no mod? Yo, this is one of the coolest survival bases I've ever seen. My high tier crops island and monorail station totally raid proof? Well, that might change actually in the next update, but oh, this is a really cool base. I mean, to be fair, they sketched this out in creative, but I think that's a great way of trying out cool base designs without wasting all your hard-earned component kits. Slight delay, pulling a scrap mechanic, saying something will be there soon but taking over 2 years? Yeah, they've been doing quite bad at keeping the timelines that they kind of promised. Work in progress? Well, that's definitely one of the coolest survival bases I've ever seen. I don't know if you can actually craft these shack parts or you just have to harvest them all over the map. So they have their base truck they use for getting around, then they can easily switch this into a hauler or a small transport car, haul their resources around, or be equipped with drills and saw blades for harvesting. I mean, that's a great way of reusing a vehicle. Will you fall for it? I mean, it's a component kit. 99% of mechanics will fall for this. Yo, they've rebuilt the Aurora from Subnautica in Scrap Mechanic? This looks so massive. Oh, that's really, really cool. Jess, we must build. Walter White, probably. I mean, that's a pretty cool Scrap Mechanic title screen creation. Oh no, someone has spoilers for chapter 2 and they just built that into the title screen. I mean, I guess it's one way to play chapter 2 early. Whoa, underwater? That's the Seamoth from Subnautica, I believe. And are they using a really cool tile? I think I've seen something somewhere in the workshop with like deep trenches and stuff. Oh, that really makes me wish the developers would have added some like deep sea exploration to the game. Maybe they have. But it also would be a really cool mod idea, not gonna lie. 2026 versus 2017, and we just see the evolution of the Subnautica recreations. I mean, they started off honestly kind of crappy, not gonna lie. I wonder how much I've gotten better as a builder. Derail Valley? This is the only reason I still play Scrap Mechanic. Well, I like trains too, though I guess this is more the kind of train that I can build. Oh, they've actually built a train in survival that's really cool. I actually want to try it. Maybe in chapter 2 there's some cool parts we can use to make building trains easier. So I really want to use trains. Trains are awesome. Wait, no way! Paper to game? So they've used this cool concept art we've seen earlier, and they remade it into the game? This looks so cool! And it's such a faithful recreation too. Iron? Yo, this is a really cool looking mag. I wonder if this is just kind of for show, or whether you can actually control it in-game. When you want cars, and they've just built a huge train to carry cars? Well, this is really cool. Anyway, I think it was really cool to see what some people on the Steam community had to share. And I'm excited to see what kind of cool ideas people are gonna have for chapter 2.